volume's down on your headphones. How are you both? Good morning. Gosh, I'm good. You guys have had an eventful week down there, though, by the sounds of it. Protests and an earthquake, and still lockdown. You're not being allowed out for a picnic yet. Oh, that drives me a bit nuts. They all keep saying these things about, new freedoms for vaccinated people, which sort of drives me nuts because I think they're not new freedoms. They're just, sitting on the grass. Yeah, they're just sitting on the grass with a rug. Like, come on. So, no, but I mean, I'm not double vaccinated yet either, so I technically can't even sit on the grass with my family. So... It's just ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. I still can't believe I keep saying to myself, we're living through a pandemic still. Like, I still pinch myself and go, this is nuts. This is nuts. When's this going to end? It's not. It's crazy. Is there anyone else left to offend? We can't speak to Pfizer anymore. They won't pick up the phone. Now the French won't pick up the phone either. I'd rather do a deal with France, thanks. I'd prefer, some escargot over a Big Mac any day. Brie, camembert, all of it. Scott's over in America or something and said to the head of the EU, I think it was, sort of, we can't wait to sort of, work with you in the Indo-Pacific thing. And he said, I don't speak to anyone who sort of, behaves like that or something because he's Belgium. And I'm thinking, a minute ago we were getting all the Pfizer off the back of the truck from Poland that was manufactured in Belgium. It's, there's really some scary things at stake here, not just, nuclear submarines? We don't need nuclear submarines. We need firefighting airplane jets. Like, what? This is just, it's just so insane, isn't it? Yep, it's crazy. We were hanging out with France and India, and now we've sort of been caught out in a bit of a sort of ménage à trois kind of situation with the US and the UK, and honestly it's like sort of high school romances and stuff too, because, Biden got up and said, that fella from down under can't even remember Scott's name. Yes. So, how was that one night stand? Can't even remember to get his name right. Oh, it's awful. Exactly. Scott better make sure that he's got, Biden's correct phone number, that he didn't just drop a digit out, playing up to that whole dementia routine he's got going. I know what's going on here. We've all done that in a nightclub. What's your phone number, love? Oh, I think it's 041 something 240. And it's not because I got dementia, let me tell you. Okay, so this might cheer you up. In New Zealand, there was some men caught smuggling KFC and $100,000 of cash. So don't you think this is amazing? Just because they didn't stop at sort of the police sort of thing to pull them over for the lockdowns and stuff, and so they got pulled over. I mean, you can just imagine it with them saying, "Why did you pull over? Nothing. Have you got it?" Because in the lockdown that they were in New Zealand too, all the restaurants and takeaways were closed, so they couldn't even use an Uber Eats. So they've been caught running a police thing, and they've said, "What have you got in the van?" And they've said, "Nothing." I mean, come on. If you've even got one piece of KFC in your car, you can smell it 10 blocks away. So the cops have opened the boot, and they've found 3 buckets of chicken, 10 boxes of coleslaw, and 4 large KFC bags filled with other items and large amounts of cash. I kid you not. They must have had potato and gravy in there, obviously, as well. Because no one would go to that much trouble to run all those police, traffic lights and stuff without the potato and gravy. You'd have to get that as well. 2021, that's KFC is now contraband. What else have I got to tell you? Have I got time for one more quick story? Well, because you're going to love this, right? And I don't know how to pronounce. Do you know how to pronounce? Because I've never been there. Is it Gibraltar? Gibraltar. My husband's been everywhere and goes to me, "You're pronouncing everything wrong." I haven't been there, so I don't know. Well, that place, there's orcas attacking fishing boats. off the coast of that place that I'm too scared to ever pronounce again in my life. Gibraltar. So this is really amazing, right? So apparently they used to go and chase these fishing vessels and wait until the fishermen had sort of made done all the work so that the tuna got tied on the line, and then they'd come along and just chomp it off and steal the tuna. But now they've gone and, there was lockdown, so there were no fishing boats everywhere. And now the fishing boats are going out again. There's packs of these orcas circling and attacking fishing boats. And it's really quite fascinating. Yeah, so in July, there were 41 reported encounters of these orcas attacking the boats. There was 52 in August, so it's actually going up, where they're just attacking, and they're not even boats that are fishing, they're just attacking the fishing boats and breaking the rudders and everything. So it's like Planet of the Apes, but Planet of the Orcas. Seriously, I really think we're going to be taken over by orcas. So I'm wearing black and white today, mostly black and white, because if and when the orcas do take over, I want them to know that I'm on their team. Team Orca! Yeah. And it's really interesting. So I've been reading up all about them. So they're not actually a whale, because they're called killer whales. They're not actually a whale. They're actually the largest species of dolphin. So they're super intelligent, and everyone else, all the animals in the ocean are scared of them, including great white sharks. Oh, they're fascinating, and they're incredibly intelligent. They were eating sushi way before the Japanese even. But this is interesting too. They go through menopause as well. They're a matriarchal society. It's fantastic. When they do take over the world and they have a list of demands, they're going to say they don't want any nuclear submarines, and they want all orcas released from SeaWorld detention, and they want Madonna to stop wearing those awful fishing nets. See, I was going somewhere with it. Right, cut me off, John. Just cut me off. Get off.